Hey my glam girls, welcome back to my channel. It's Chelsea and today I'm so excited because I get to talk about some Wayne Goss. I was very kindly sent the new Wayne Goss eye collection from Beautylish. Thank you so much to Beautylish and Wayne Goss for sending this to me. I was not expecting this at all. Like completely not expecting this. So I was very happy to receive these products and I'm excited to show them to you all. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to create a couple of looks using the eyeshadow palette, experimenting with these eye kohls, sharing some details about the products, and then of course, sharing my recommendations for you all with these products. But before we get into this video, I wanna say thank you so much for taking time out of your day to spend some time with me. If this is your first time here, I would love for you to stick around and subscribe to my channel and join the Glam Girl squad. And if you are a returning subscriber, well, thank you so much for deciding to come back and support my channel with all of your likes and your comments. They all really do mean a lot to me. So let's get into this video. Starting off with packaging, the packaging for the eyeshadow palette and the eye kohls are this silver packaging. They were also the same type of packaging of his lipsticks and lip liners. And then we get into the actual packaging of the eye palette. This is what the back of the eye palette looks like. And then we open it up and here are the shadows here. So nice size mirror down here and 6 large pans of eyeshadow, if I must say so myself. We get a total of 16.2 grams of product or 0.57 ounces of product. And if you've ever watched Wayne Goss before, he's always adamant about having really nice size pans for eyeshadow so that whatever brush you want to use will fit into the pan. This eyeshadow palette does retail for $55 and Wayne Goss describes this as an essential eyeshadow palette with 6 shades in matte, satin, and shimmer finishes. This eyeshadow palette is diffused with smooth blend emollients and micronized pigments. Wayne's custom eyeshadow formula blends with the lightest touch, no special techniques needed. When I saw his reveal video for this palette, it really made a lot of sense. Well, first of all, when I first saw this palette, because I do watch Wayne Goss's videos, I am pretty familiar with his style of makeup. As soon as I saw this palette, I was like, this looks just like Wayne Goss. He is definitely somebody who loves simple, effortless makeup. So when I look at this eyeshadow palette, I see a ton of Wayne in it. Then he went on to explain that he chose this type of palette and he chose these shades because he wants to make his makeup suitable and applicable for the age group that tends to be lost in makeup, and that's for women and men who are between the ages of 40 and 60. And so he feels like if makeup looks good on more mature skin, it's going to look good on every type of skin. And I would agree with that. So this is the reason why he chose these shades. It's also the reason why he chose the formula that he has for these eyeshadows. To pair with the eyeshadow palette, he came out with 3 eye kohls. They do retail for $14 individually. And we have, like I said, 3 shades. We have a black shade that we call Obsidian. Then we have a medium bronze shade with a satin finish that he calls Precious Opal. And then we have the shade Rich Hazel, which is described as a dark brown with a matte finish. The black shade Obsidian is going to be a rich black with a matte finish. And I love matte finishes for eye pencils. So I am really glad to see that 2 of the eye kohls do have a matte finish. A little bit about these eye kohls. Get crisp, clean lines or a sultry, smoky eye with just one handy tool. The Essential Eye Kohl Pencil from Wayne Goss is a classic pencil liner that sharpens to a fine tip for precision, yet glides over skin with a cream to silk feel. No matter the look, mood, or occasion, it's a must-have for every makeup bag. So the pencils are a classic wood pencil format that you can sharpen to a ultrafine point. And that makes a lot of sense because when Wayne Goss launched his lipstick line, he also had lip liners that were a pencil format, and he said the same thing. I love to have a very sharp point for any type of liner. So today I want to use these eye kohls in a couple of different ways as well in conjunction with the palette. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to bring you in a little closer and we'll get started with these eye looks. So first I want to go in with the shade Rich Hazel, the matte brown shade. And I want to start using this as a base for the eyeshadow look on one eye. So Mother Pat has definitely shared this as a tip that she loves to use an eyeliner to set the base of her eye look. And a right off application, this is very creamy, like very, very, very creamy. I'm like barely tapping the liner on my eye, and I'm getting a lot, a lot of pigment. Wow, I really could potentially do a whole eye look with this. Let's try. Okay. Well, this is really, really, really silky. Okay, Wayne. So I'm gonna go in with my Sonia G Pencil Pro Brush, and I'm gonna start blending out the lower lash line first. We're gonna get a little different here. And just lightly blending it out. I really wanna see the blendability of this eye kohl. And it is blending really nicely. And then I'm gonna take the same brush and start to blend the liner into my crease. What I like about this eye kohl is that it is blending so nicely and like really effortlessly into the skin. Like I've mentioned before, I have fine lines and wrinkles all within my lids, and I like that I'm getting no blotchiness. There's no skipping along those areas of my fine lines on my lids, and it is blending really nicely. In addition, if you're someone who wants to do a smoky eye look, but you're really afraid of darker colors like black or deep dark brown colors, you really could take this pencil and get you a smoky look. I mean, looking at this really did set the base for a smoky eye look for me. And if I wanted to, I could have just blended this all over the lid, slapped on a little bit of liner, mascara, and been done with it. I like that. I really do like that. Although I'm not gonna leave it there, I do like that. Now I'm gonna go in with my Rephr 01 brush. I wanna make shades 3 and 5 together. So I'm just going to dip back and forth into them. And that is what I'm gonna use to tap on top of this outer area. That's perfect. Mixing these two almost matches the shade of Rich Hazel pretty nicely. Then I'm going in with my BK Beauty 204 brush, doing the same thing, dipping into the black shade and that brown matte shade. And I'm gonna use that for the lower lash line. BK Beauty 207 brush, and just smudge out the lower lash line, adding no extra product. Now I want to go in with this shade right here in the middle, 02, and this is a Wayne Goss 26S brush, and that's what I'm going to use for this inner area. Oh, this is so nice. Oh, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. So I'm going to go in with my No Name brush, take that same 02 shade that we just applied to the inner portion of the eye, and I want to apply that along the lower lash line, just right here. And then this shade right here, I want to take with my finger, and it feels very soft, even though it is more textured than the other ones. And I just want to place it right here in the middle, just to give the eye look a little bit more sparkle. And that is beautiful. I'm getting just a little bit of fallout, but not a lot at all. Not enough to where I feel like I should have done my eyes first, then applied my base products, which I'm happy with because I like to do my base first. Now I'm gonna go in with the eye kohl in Obsidian. That is the black matte shade. I want to line my lash line. And then I'm also going to take that and line the waterline with it as well. And tight line with it. I can already tell you, I love these eye kohls. I like eye kohls. I use them all the time. My favorite is the Milani eye kohls. Those are my absolute favorite. I love me an eye kohl. These are good. One eye look down. One more to go. All right, let's start off with Precious Opal. Precious Opal is described as a medium bronze with a satin finish. So I'm gonna use that all over the lid. And as you all can see, I have not set my eyelids with primer or anything like that. because I knew I wanted to use the eye kohls as a base. And for some reason, I want to use my finger to blend this out. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna blend this out all over the lid with my finger. And this is blending so smoothly. So smoothly with my finger. You do see, when you get up close, you do see the satin-like finish, which is nice. There's like tiny little reflex in this pencil. Okay, wiped off my Rapper 01 brush, and I'm just gonna go in, finish blending out this pencil all across the lid. Y'all, that is literally pretty by itself. I am really impressed by these eye pencils. Okay, so now we're gonna go in with the shade, I wanna say this is 04 right here. Same brush, dip in with it. Now this is more of a satin type of formula, but I feel like it still can be used in a matte type of way, just because the formula is so smooth. So I'm placing this along the center of the eye, and just in circular motions, just blending it all into the lid. Oh man, I am really, wow, Wayne. Then going back in with my Wayne Goss 26S brush and going in with shade 01, which is right here. And just gonna add that right here in the front. This shade is showing a little lighter than I thought it would. In the pan, it looks like it has more of a yellow base to it than it is showing on my complexion. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a little bit of this shade. This is, let's say 06. I'm gonna add that to maybe tone down some of this silverish look. So that didn't help. But what I am gonna do is I'm gonna go back in with this shade 04, lightly tap it over this area to try to warm it up. And that is helping a bit. And then I'll just add a little bit more of this shimmer shade on top. BK Beauty 204, and we're gonna take this middle shade 05 and use this along the lower lash line. And then going in with shade 04 and using this along the middle portion of the eye. Going back in with that texture shade 06 and using that for the inner corner highlight. Let's add a little bit on this side as well. I'm gonna take Rich Hazel, which is the matte brown shade, and I'm gonna use that to line the lower lash line. And my tight line. And we're going to take Rich Hazel, a very rough sketch of a liner across the lash line. And then going in with my BK Beauty 208 brush, I'm just going to smudge it out. So these are the finished looks. I'm gonna finish applying the rest of my makeup, and then I will come back to share with you my final thoughts. Stay tuned. So guys, these are the finished looks, and I really enjoy both of these eye looks. And I really enjoyed playing with the eyeshadow palette and the eye kohls. So for this eyeshadow palette, I really think that Wayne stuck to what he truly believes in as a really good neutral basic palette. And I would agree with this as well. I feel like the colors really do suit each other very well. The colors are complementary. I do like that he gave us a couple of different textures. So we have 2 mattes, 3 satin finishes, and then this textured more shimmer glitter. I say shimmer glitter because it's not chunky like a glitter, but then it's also not as smooth as a shimmer. I think it's a nice mixture between the both. So you do get some versatility with this palette. The formula is outstanding. I mean, it is outstanding. The blendability of all of these shadows is just beautiful. And I was actually really shocked as I was using the palette how well these shadows blended. I really do feel like this palette is great for all types of skin, whether you're young, whether you have more mature skin, whether your eyelids are more mature like mine are with a lot of creasing and wrinkles and things like that. This formula really is complementary to it. I don't feel like this is an eyeshadow palette that you must get. I mean, in the sense of if you have 5 eyeshadow palettes, you have, if I could say, these shades and these tones. And especially if you have an eyeshadow palette like this, you love the formula, this is not a need. But if you are into luxury products and you're like, I wouldn't mind having a palette like this that is a little versatile, that I can use for my eyes, but you can also use it for your cheeks. Like I do want to see this as a highlighter. I'm going to put this on in a minute. I do think this is a really good palette that can give you all of that. And my assumptions about this palette as to how I would use it are actually correct for me. So for me, this is a palette that I would reach for when I'm like, I need a quick little smoky look, or I need a quick, simple, you know, neutral look. I would reach for this palette. And I feel like I can achieve that quite quickly because the formula is really good. They blend out very well. And I really enjoy using it. What was most, if I could say, impressive are these eye kohls. I was not expecting them to blend like that. These eye kohls blend more easily than my Milani eye pencils, and they blend more easily than my Pat McGrath Permagel eyeliner. Those are the 2 eyeliners that I love. I prefer to use the Pat McGrath as a base for an eye look. These blend so much easier than the Pat McGrath ones. They don't pull on the lids nearly as much. The Pat McGrath Permagel eyeliner is a little more dry in formula, where this glides more seamlessly. So, I mean, literally, especially when I was applying them as a base, I mean, I barely had to just put the pencil on my lid and I already had pigment there. You saw me blend out the liner with my finger. I mean, and it was just so smooth, even feeling it along my finger. These eye pencils, I would say these eye pencils are a must. They are a must. Wayne, I need more colors. I need these. Like, these are definitely worth it. I don't feel like you have something like this at home. I will say that. I really don't think you do. Now, in terms of the staying power, obviously I would have to wear them longer because I am just using these for the first time. So I will report back to you on the staying power. But as far as just application, intensity of color, these are phenomenal. And for $14, I think these are reasonably priced, especially coming from a more luxe brand such as Wayne Goss. I think he did an amazing job with this, and I really do enjoy this collection. I would recommend this collection if you're someone, like I said, if you're in the market for a neutral eyeshadow palette, you want one that is blendable, you want a really beautiful formula, definitely check it out. Like I said, I'm not going to say that you need this eyeshadow palette, but I am thoroughly glad that I have it, and I will definitely be using it within my routine on the daily. I can already tell that. These eye pencils though, I'm gonna say that they are a need. They are beautiful, beautiful. Let's go in with this shade right here because I do want to see what this shade looks like as a highlighter against my complexion. So going in with the Wayne Goss Artist medium brush, I'm just gonna take this. And I do have highlighter on, guys. I totally forgot about using this on my face, so I'm very sorry about that. But I am gonna apply just a little bit right here. And that is nice on the face. That is really nice as a highlighter. This is beautiful on the face as well as a highlighter. Okay. So yeah, I'm like I said, I'm very, very glad that I do have these products, and I do feel like if you were to purchase them with the intent for the eyeshadow palette to use it as, you know, a neutral eyeshadow palette or to complement your other eyeshadow palettes, I think you would really enjoy this. Eye pencils, just a surefire winner. Totally recommend the eyeliners. Like I said, I don't think you have this formula at home with the eyeliners that you do have. I'm just saying. Wayne, you did an amazing job with this collection. These eyeliners, I need more colors. I just need more colors. But that is it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts down below as to if you are interested in the collection, how you feel the eyeshadows and the eye kohls performed. I'd love to hear your thoughts down below. And that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I really hope to see you in my very next video. Bye, guys.